This is the award-winning car talk show in Wheel Time.
Not anymore.
We will never win another award in our life. We are your weekly go-to all things automotive place. We'll teach you things that you never dreamed of learning on a car talk show.
And won't want to remember in the future.
Oh, no, you'll remember. It'll be indelibly
burned into your memory.
Along with Mike out of this world, Mars, who doesn't claim to be a part of this anymore, Konrad DeLong, Jeffrey Zekin off camera, I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us on this Saturday. Well, we're glad that you could join us. I don't know whether you're glad that you tuned in or not.
Thank you very much for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and that we do. And
like we said, we're entertaining, if nothing else. We try and have a lot of fun, and I still say we should do a subscription for our off
Why?
the air.
We've just taken the off air right on the
That was pretty
air.
on the air. What's next, Don? Oh my God.
We'd like to talk. Let me ask you, because in a big corporation like Hyundai,
We need more Jeff.
we need more.
Did somebody write that?
In a big corporation like Hyundai, you would have thought, well, somebody somewhere in there, surely to God, had to think, maybe the arm placement is just a little bit off, or we moved it a little bit too far south.
But then it wouldn't have been an H.
It's true.
Well, we can certainly see why they changed the logo.
Yes.
With
And
two
they stylized
two
it.
men
It's
shaking hands,
no
one
longer two
shaking,
men shaking
maybe
hands.
not necessarily the hand.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, so we were supposed to be at Tailpipes and Tacos today.
But it's raining.
Well,
Yes.
I bet the sun is shining for the moment, but there are more storms coming.
Oh, it rained real hard on me this morning when I was getting out, but that was it before the sun was up. But think about it. We'd get to Tailpipes and Tacos about 6 to get ready to do the show, and people were already showing up.
Absolutely.
There were cars showing up because they wanted to have some of the prime parking spaces, and they'd drive in about 6 o'clock and set up and kind of hang out and wait until
Store open.
until Loopy opened, and then they had because they great tacos, mimosas, Bloody
I
Marys.
was just about to say
Coffee.
That.
Coffee.
Yep.
Gotta have coffee.
Was there coffee?
There was coffee there, I was told.
The coffee's good. Y'all had the mimosas. I was drinking coffee.
I don't drink mimosas.
Oh.
You don't?
Bloody Marys.
You haven't drank mimosas yet.
Oh,
Because
the
Bloody Mary is the right thing to drink because you're getting a vegetable to go along
That's right.
with it.
It's healthy.
With your vodka.
Do they put vodka in it?
I don't know.
This is my shocked look.
At least it's not the look of the Hyundai logo.
She whiz.
Anyway, we kind of got off track. We were talking about batteries.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't know. I have
Easily
no
get
idea
off
where
track.
we're at now. I'm just writing.
I
Just
got
throw all
9
that away. Throw all that away.
We came back from break at 9:32.
Well, you were saying that Amy had to get a battery in her
Amy had to
vehicle.
get a battery. So
And how old is her car?
it's 5
And Houston, if you got 5 years out of a battery,
out of a factory battery.
you got a good life out of that battery because typically batteries are going to be 3 to 4 years in Houston because of the high temperatures and the high temperature stresses.
Well,
the battery.
I think what saved it is the fact that the battery's back in the trunk.
Well,
Oh,
and enough batteries are in the trunks, and there's enough batteries that are actually in the passenger compartment underneath the rear seat that tend to last longer because they don't go through the heat stress that happens under the hood.
And would that be more of a climate-controlled ambient area?
Right. Yeah, because now, you're not seeing under hood. You can easily see 250, 300 degrees under hood of a vehicle.
Yeah.
So that's all of that is part of what stresses a battery out. So we were going to go and find an Advance near her. She lives down near the Montrose area. Well, there just wasn't an Advance close by. There was an AutoZone. So I go onto AutoZone. I start looking for batteries, and well, I come from the school as well as you do. $25, $30 for a battery. How about adding? that's a long time ago.
How about adding $150 to that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Spending
want-
$130 to $200
If you
for a
want
battery.
want it made to fit the car. And so we bought the second from the top, and out the door, $200.
But that comes with a pretty good warranty.
Yeah,
Probably a higher than spec cold cranking amps.
Correct.
Which I
CCA.
always recommend people get a higher than specified cold cranking amps. Everybody's car has a CCA. Jeff called it CCA, cold cranking amp specification for it, which is when the battery's cold,
how much power can it put out?
And why? Why? Because typically when it's cold, it affects the cranking.
The battery performs weaker when it's cold out.
I have to be contrary to that, because there used to be commercials when we were growing up where they would freeze a battery in Alaska and they come out and they chip it away and they do that. That's actually deceiving, because the heat is the detriment of a battery, not necessarily the cold.
The heat damages a battery,
right?
But the cold weakens a battery. It's kind of two different things. It doesn't necessarily do the damage, but the battery's ability for output is less when it's colder out than when it's hot out.
Yeah, I'm from the school that the heat is worse than the cold.
Well,
I've known some women like that.
You're from Detroit.
Yeah.
So I always tell people to get at least the next level up cold cranking amps.
Married most of them.
But they're divorced all of them. But you can get more cold cranking amps, but then you'll have to change the size of the battery, and you need to get a battery that fits the size of the tray that's in your vehicle.
Side post versus top posts as well.
Side post was a GM experiment for like 30 years that, my personal opinion, was an absolute disaster. But
why?
Because a lot of times side posts would physically leak acid. And you would see that little stream of battery acid
right out there where the post hole is in the side.
Okay. And happened for an assortment of reasons. I don't think GM ever really grabbed a hold of the reasons why, and all my GM friends out there are shaking their head with me. GM had all of their excuses as to why. People would over-tighten them as well and create the leak. And like we talked earlier, that battery acid would leak onto something and just physically destroy whatever it leaked onto.
Sure.
So top post batteries are less prone to liquid leaks like a side post battery was. And now GM has gone almost exclusively to, actually I think they have gone exclusively to top post batteries. So after 35, 40 years, they learned a lesson.
Now, even with the new batteries today, you can still pop those tops off to look at the cells.
You can, but there's no reason to.
Okay.
There really isn't any reason to.
Because where you fill it up with distilled water.
Right. And well, yeah, that would have been where you could open up the cell
and see if it's dry
and look inside of it to see if it was sulfated. Right. So if it was all white crusty, or if the water level was low.
Well, wouldn't the water level go low and then it would get sulfated?
Sulfated, right. So now with what are maintenance-free batteries, which have been in vehicles since the 70s, really no need to. But one of the coolest things now, and I think they used it on Amy's car, is the Midtronics battery tester. They can hook up a battery tester to the car battery, and just in a few seconds tell the condition of the battery, tell the condition of the starting system, tell the condition of the alternator charging system.
Actually, it was the guys down there at the repair shop
at RMS
that did that.
Yeah.
RMS,
and it's a real easy hookup, and it's a great diagnostic tool. But again, that's probably close to a $600-700 diagnostic tool that they're using.
They also sell one on this, as seen on TV, where you plug it into the old cigarette lighter area that you can diag, your battery that way, or charge it up. How much can you really do? I don't know. Yeah, those things. Probably you can tell. It'll tell you what the charging voltage is. You got to remember when you're sitting still and the car is off, battery voltage is going to be somewhere in the 11.5 to 12.5 range. When you start the car, you should see your voltmeter go up to somewhere around 13.5 to 14.5 volts, and that's a good quick indicator that your alternator is working correctly. So when the vehicle's off and you have that discharge, you call it a discharge or charge for the
state of charge.
Does that mean your left rear tail light stays on? He's not shaking his head.
There must be an inside joke.
It is.
No, it's not a joke. This Cadillac that I'm driving has a few issues.
Oh, so the left rear taillight stays on until the battery goes dead?
Not quite that way. I'm not exactly sure what the issue is, but it definitely has an issue with that. And you can't dim.
And they gave it to you anyhow?
Yeah, they can't dim the lights on the instrument panel. Every once in a while, the radio will lower in volume and then come back up. It's got some sort of an electronic gremlin, and I'm not exactly sure what it is.
And most of the time, that is going to be a loose ground somewhere.
Yeah. So at any rate, we got the battery. RMS.
They're on Westheimer and Woodhead.
Yep. And so Amy got the battery, took it to them, they installed it, away she went.
Mm-hmm.
And
everything's fine now.
And in some cars, that can be quite complicated as well as quite expensive, because different cars, depending on who the manufacturer is, you have to go into the computer of the car to tell it you put a new battery in it.
Really?
Oh, yeah, because what happens is as a battery ages, the ability to recharge it takes a little bit more power from the alternator. So it has to push a bigger charge into the battery. So in how complicated today's cars are, the car knows that that battery is 3, 4, 5 years old, and it knows because of that the output from the alternators had to go up to compensate for that. So when they put a new battery in, they bring that, the alternator is told, hey, there's a new battery in here. Don't overcharge it anymore, which is ultimately what was going on. So, especially in the German imports, you literally have to go in and tell it that a new battery was put in
it. Huh.
So that it,
I'm not sure about
it teaches the alternator not to overcharge the
I'm
battery.
not sure about the 2015 Challenger. Is that
No,
complicated?
probably not. But, new battery is always a good thing.
Yep.
It is. $200 later.
But you got 5 years out of it. You got a good life out of that battery. That's
exactly.
surprisingly.
As I told her, as she was in tears telling me, Dad, I don't, blah, blah. I'm going, hey, it's a car.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference how old it is, where it is in
Something
mileage.
needs to be.
It's a car. Things are going to go wrong with it. Things are going to wear out. Brakes, tires, batteries, common stuff.
And the older it gets, the more frequent those things happen.
Yeah, the car is.
It's in good shape.
Is that who I think that is? Yeah.
Oh, look, he's using the soft lens. He thinks he's Oprah Winfrey.
That's
Either that or it's been. Hi, Oprah. How are you? God.
Oh, hi, Ray Ray.
Hey, it's me. It's so good to see you, David.
David
Ainsley, our chief engineer, lounging at home, drinking his first cup of. You drink coffee, David?
Yes, I'm having my third cup now. I'm trying to stay awake for your show.
Well, we're trying to figure out what all those liquor bottles are behind you.
And don't forget, if we were at Tailpipes and Tacos, you would be there. So,
well, that's true, and we would be drinking other things than coffee.
Yeah. Well, I think that they could actually make you a splash of Irish coffee there. They do have.
You
a
really
there you
wanted
go.
to.
Yeah.
So you've always wanted Ryan on here, and unfortunately he's working today. It's my son, but he takes care of his car, so I have to take him to work because he didn't want to drive his car in the rain. So
thanks, Dad.
I have his car. If you wanted to see it, it's an 03 Infiniti G35, and
nice.
He got some new wheels.
Oh, those are gorgeous.
Oh, I like them.
How does the backs look? Are the backs kicked out? No.
look at that.
No. They fit.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the offset correct on it. Those are
yeah.
pretty much made to fit that car.
That is nice.
Yes, it fits nice.
The G35 for our listeners and our watchers is a derivative of
I'm
the
afraid to
Nissan.
ask what that thing is. What is that? What is that hanging down
it's made
there?
from Hyundai.
I was going to ask you guys. I don't know what this is.
It's a Hyundai
I
device.
thought it was you know what ring to hold on.
Yeah.
Looks like it
no
to me.
idea because it's on the handle of where the you know what handle is.
Is it a handcuff or is it solid?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I'm thinking something completely different.
Is he engaged?
No. When he's available, no, this isn't a nose ring, Jeff.
Oh.
So it's a what? Surikawa.
What is that?
It's a Korean thing. My daughter says.
Well, I know, but what kind of a thing? What does it do?
They stole them from Subways, and it's like a symbol of rebellion.
And how does your daughter know?
They
this?
stole it from Subways. Oh, like it's a symbol of rebellion.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that boy of yours is a real rebel. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Looks like it banged you in the head when you were making a right-hand turn.
What was that? I'm sorry.
It looks like it hit you in the head when you made a right-hand turn.
Well, yeah, you can't drive too crazy or else it's going to go,
Hey, David, is that the car you had to roll the fenders to put the wheels on?
Yeah, it is. So he ordered this thing. I'll show you. There's a big heavy box that came in, and this thing. And it's
wow.
like, what is that?
It goes with
So
that hanging device.
This bolts to the wheel, and you roll the fender under. So it goes on, obviously you take the wheel off, put this on there, and then this rolls up under here and curls the fender under.
That little flange that's there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the little flange in there so it doesn't damage the outside. But then you don't cut your tires on the inside when you're dragging the ground with the body on the tires.
So you get at least another half inch, maybe more clearance there.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, easy.
So it looks pretty sharp. It rides like a go-kart to me. So, he's got coilovers in here that you can adjust, and he dials them up to
max stiffness.
But
well, what I was going to say is the Infiniti G35 is a close cousin of a Nissan Z350 or 350Z. It just has a little bit longer wheelbase, but the powertrain's all the same. And then the Infiniti is just a little more content and a little higher.
It's a manual
class.
gearbox?
Yeah, he wanted a manual, and we found this. It was one original owner over there at down the street at our Emmons Brothers friends.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And this is about the fourth car I've purchased from them. And Ryan has put a sound system in, and they changed the whole center console out from the original so you can have the radio, because this is an 03, so it's 17 years old, and it runs perfect.
Wow.
It looks good, too.
Well, somebody, and I don't know who did it. They had got Brembo brakes on here, and they had an exhaust in here.
Got a cold air
intake.
Yeah.
So all that was done before Ryan bought it?
Yeah, that's how we got it from Emmons.
Nice.
I mean, it was just awesome.
Yeah. Well, I was inquiring with our cruise-in guru over there that
Joseph.
that he puts together a list of cruise-ins and car meets, and there is a big import meet tomorrow down off of 288 in Kirby. And I immediately thought of Ryan. And by the way, just to let the cat out of the bag, we're going to try to work with Ryan and Larry and do a segment with them once a week. And I haven't talked to Ryan about this. I know that he's talked to his dad about it. And we've kind of batted it around now for months, but I think the time has come. Ryan's an
enthusiast.
An enthusiast
Very much
and
so.
a senior in high school. And I thought, that would
He's a working man, too.
And a working man. And we thought it would be really nice to have him on the show with his best friend, both the car enthusiasts, and give us an insight as to what's going on in today's hot rod world that we all dealt with when we were that age. And
yeah, because the cars are that much different today.
Yeah.
Where it seems like the young really prefer the import cars, where we're kind of more of a muscle car kind of.
Yeah, and that's great. I mean,
but brings a new point of view to the show as well.
And just the thing where he said he's got adjustable rear suspension, we used to call that air shocks. That's the difference.
Yeah, and we put L6015s on the back, and you needed the air shocks to jack the back of the car up so you can get the tires on.
Because there were no 16s.
Because we didn't roll the fenders.
Yeah.
And then, our local town rolls through Santa Claus is on a fire truck right now.
Oh, I thought that was your daughter. I thought that was your daughter.
No, so I've learned about all of these things too. So,
well, I think you need to go outside and show us Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Well,
So
let's see.
Are those all of his car care products you were showing us there?
Yeah. Here we go.
Hi, Santa.
Oh, there he goes.
They're coming.
Oh, they're coming.
Yeah. They
Oh, it's almost
throw
Christmas.
candy at the kids, so you got to watch out and not get hit in the head. But yeah, these are a few of these things to keep this black car nice and shiny. So
That's a full-time job.
It is.
So
And,
since we're doing garage cribs, what's in the fridge?
Yeah, let's see what's in your refrigerator.
let's see. Let's go for the ice cream first. So we'll look in here.
Oh, you and Nancy Pelosi with all that high-dollar ice cream, huh?
I want to show you one more thing.
Notice he didn't open up the beer side.
Yeah. I want to show you one thing that Ryan is doing. He kind of, sorry, I'm going through the house and it's a little dark. He does things and it's kind of a piecemeal. It's a project. The car has turned into probably a lifelong project.
Oh, aren't they all?
So he's purchased some headlights that he hasn't put in yet. I don't know why. Now we'll have to go into his
stash.
The inner sanctum.
His stash. Here we go. So we're into the stash.
Careful what you show us.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, his headlights. Okay. So he gets some halo lights for it?
Yeah, it's a whole assembly, yeah, and it's going to light up, different LEDs and different bulbs in here and give it a new look, kind of fresh.
All I did was change the bulbs on mine. I didn't.
Well, plus it also gets rid of, and we've talked about this in the past, is the cataract effect on the headlight assembly as well.
Right.
Because as headlights get old.
Nice and clear.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Joseph Pleasure just posted up the link to the Hot Import Nights event tomorrow.
So say what time it is?
I'll click on it and see.
Right. But anyway, I thought this would be a great event and a great time for him to do a piece for us for next week's show.
2 p.m.
2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
At Aviva Stadium, which is...
Oh, yeah, I know where that is.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, so it's kind of between you and me.
Yeah.
So you just need to get
exactly
Ryan to go and use his new camera. We understand he ordered a new camera as well.
Oh, you can't say that. That's Christmas present. You just gave it away.
Okay, well, he won't see this until Christmas then.
Well, what a great tour, David. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Great seeing you, and thanks for joining us.
Well, I appreciate the time, and let's see if we can get the youth involved here.
Yeah.
And get them on, and he's changing many wet tires today in the rain.
Oh, I bet.
Well, we know he's quite the enthusiast anyhow, and you could tell just by looking at his G35, he really enjoys
and
his toys.
The care and handling, yeah.
All right, David. Take care. Thanks again.
All right. You guys too. All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Merry
Our
Christmas.
chief engineer, David Ainsley, and kind of taking a little stealth view of Ryan's car.
Not knowing we're doing this, right?
Time now for Konrad's Car Clinic. And what are we talking? We did the battery thing.
Well, yeah, but today I wanted to talk about what's the real difference between synthetic and conventional oil.
Perfect.
And try and put it in maybe some terms you can understand a little bit. The main difference between synthetic and conventional oil is the size of the molecules. Conventional oil is naturally made, and because it's
fossil fuel,
right? So its molecular construction is pretty irregular. It's got large molecules, medium-sized molecules, and small molecules, and that various sizes affect the viscosity of the oil.
Kind of like the venue in here with amongst us
different,
four.
so you skinny guys, you tall guys, and the wide guy.
But all of that has an effect on the vehicle's on the oil's viscosity. And viscosity is a liquid's resistance to flow. So thin or thick is the way everybody refers to it, but it's actually the fluid's resistance to flow. So, you know, when you have larger molecules, they want to move slower than smaller molecules that want to move faster. And when you deal with multi-viscosity oils in cars, you have to be able to deal with the oil when it's cold and the oil has to do its job when it's hot in equal ways. So kind of a way to picture this in your head is a conventional oil, if you looked at it under a microscope, would have molecule sizes like a basketball, a softball, and a golf ball, all of those different sizes. So when you put it between two pieces of metal and create friction, where are the two pieces of metal going to ride on? They're going to ride on the basketball-sized molecules. So fewer points of contact to deal with that pressure and the friction. Mm-hmm. So those basketball sizes break down, and then the softball sizes break down. And that's why conventional oil breaks down a little bit faster than synthetic oil. So if you look at synthetic oil, it's still the same base oil. Synthetic oil generally is dead dinosaurs, just like conventional oil is. But that oil is engineered. So the engineers go through and they polish it and synthesize it So now all of the molecules are the same size. So let's say they chose the softball size as the molecule size that they want to have. So now you have those same two pieces of metal come together, and they're all riding on the softballs inside. So it gives it much more points of contact, which reduce the friction. So the big difference between synthetic and conventional oil is just basically the size of the molecules. The other thing that happens is with conventional oil, with all those various sizes, dirt kind of hides in there a little bit better than it does with synthetic oil, where everything's about the same size. So both oils have to do primarily three things, if you think about it. They have to lubricate, they have to cool, and they deliver. They have to clean so that they're delivering dirt to the oil filter all the time. And don't go cheap on an oil filter. The oil filter is probably the most important thing in your car to keep the oil clean. So you want to make sure that you're delivering to a quality oil filter. There's cheap oil filters out there. Believe me, if you're paying $1.75 for your oil filter, you're buying a cheap oil filter. And then we've had the Fram guy come on, and they talk about good, better oil filters as well. So that's one of the big reasons why synthetic oil can last longer in an oil change than conventional oil, because when you have more points of contact and similar size molecules in there, you're not breaking the oil down as fast.
What about blends?
Well, pretty much anything you're going to see today is going to be a synthetic blend. There is no pure conventional oil anymore, because all oils have to have a level of additives in them. You know, and those additives are friction modifiers, viscosity index modifiers, things to keep the oil from foaming, things to keep the oil from being destroyed by the acid buildup that happens in it. So with that, pretty much the base oil you're going to buy is going to be 5 to 7% synthetic products inside of it as well, so they're all synthetic blends. But to be called a synthetic oil, all they have to be is 51% synthetic product. Now, when you read the bottle on synthetic oil, some of them will say full synthetic, and that means that it's 100% synthetic.
Very good.
That's the difference between synthetic and conventional oil.
Thank you for explaining that. It's time now for a quick break on the In-Wheel Time Car Show. We'll be right back after this. Texas Truck Works is your go-to truck customizer. From mild-to-wild lift kits, custom wheels, and steering and handling enhancements to the best personal and commercial wraps, Texas Truck Works delivers. Let Texas Truck Works founder Scott Stevens help you get the most out of your truck or Jeep. Texas Truck Works has decades of customizing experience, including power adders and complete engine swaps. Let the Texas Truck Works team design an upgrade plan that fits your budget. Get truck attitude today at TexasTruckWorks.com. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, January 16th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event. The Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupe founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, January 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy. The In-Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Get your ride ready, and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise in, January 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy, weather permitting.